Lord have mercy. Hi. I just said a bunch of shit that you didn't even hear because I started with my microphone muted. Um, Welcome to another episode of Porter Race. The pregame show for the Buffalo Bills. We have another preseason game, the final one of the 2025 season to kick us off before the regular season start. Buffalo Bills down in rainy Tampa. It was raining. I think it stopped against the Buccaneers tonight. And a lot of people probably won't be watching because we got our asses whooped last week. Now, I know it's preseason and and all of that, and the games don't count, but 38-0 is just outrageous. So hopefully, um, we do a little bit better. We even got to win. Just score a field goal or something. Just don't go in the preseason game not scoring nothing. That's just outrageous. And like I said, we got another episode powered by StreamYard, presented to you by Miller Lite. Only $1 at Northland, New Jersey. If you want to get some. I had some chicken wings earlier too from the hoagie stop over there on Main Street. They got a buy one get one special on Uber Eats. So if you hungry, you get one right now. Right now, they cooking it right now. Anybody? Okay, so now, like I said earlier, the Bills got blown out last week. It was absolutely pathetic. And to be honest with you, we better not have anybody get injured because if we do, it is over. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And yeah, you read that. Taylor Rapp fought at practice. I forgot who he fought. I think it was Elijah Moore, I think. He fought somebody, but he had to get they took him off the field. He was being a little hot head. He was being a little hot head. I gotta get the full story on that. I gotta get the full story on that. But yeah, he was fighting at practice. Everybody broke it up. Somebody said something about their mother, and you know how it is. You know how football players are overly aggressive. Somebody said UBAN. I can't say what that means. I can say what I want to say, not too much, but you know what that means. So yeah, they fought a little bit and it was over with. Um, 3 players to watch for tonight. I really need Joe Andreessen to play a lot better, a whole lot better. He looked lost a lot last week. There's a few plays where he'd be in the position, do go right by him. You know, so that's gonna be important. My cat is in the window, and he is just wilding out. He didn't start doing that until I got online. Hey, could you get down? Get down. Hey, hey. He hard of hearing too. Um, Another player I want to make the roster is Tyrell Shavers. So we just gonna ignore all of that. Um, Want Tyrell Shavers to make the roster, and because I think he tried to jump out the window. I'm not sure. I know he got 9 lines, but damn, you know. Um, nah, back to Tyrell Shavers. They fighting for a roster spot, the wide receiver position. They only gonna take 6. 2 of them gonna be cut. Moore gotta have a good showing tonight. Shavers gotta have a good showing tonight, and also Curtis Samuel gotta have a good showing tonight. Only way I think they keep Chenault is if special teams. Because that's what they primarily brought him here for, to be a returner. I don't know what happened to Codrington. I think he's still here. I think he's in the secondary. Um, or maybe working at Wegmans, because that's what it looked like. Who was playing last week in Chicago? I think I see the working at Wegmans somewhere. And the last one, I don't really, I don't really have faith in him, but Mr. Trubisky. Um, I just hope nobody get injured, man, because our backups, we don't have any depth. We don't have any depth, and you're going to need that if you want to try to win, especially in the postseason. Injuries. We walk into a game where we hurt, we got to call somebody out of retirement to play linebacker. We don't want to be in those situations. So the depth is important, and I feel like we don't have any right now. And it's early, it's August. We could fix that. specifically with the safeties, and there's one safety that I feel like they should go get, and they're just not doing it. Justin Simmons, I think he'll help tremendously because the safeties that we have, I'm not even convinced in the entire secondary, to be honest with you. I feel like Dane Jackson's gonna get cut. I feel like Maxwell Harrison, he won't even be available the first 4 games, and you know, so it's gonna look rough early. I'm telling y'all right now. And when I say stuff about the Bills, people be like, "Oh, nah, you a Bills fan, so you automatically gonna be positive about them." It's gonna start off slow. We probably gonna win like 13, 14 games again. I'll just be honest with you. Being honest with you. Now go on here. We gonna check what's going on the weather in Tampa Bay. I seen that hurricane. I hope that don't touch land. That hurricane. That's why I live down south. I can't mess with hurricanes, dude. Can only mess with the only hurricanes I mess with is the University of Miami. That's about it. I don't mess with hurricanes other than that. Okay, it is still raining down there. All right. Little drizzle. A lot of Bills fans in there. A lot of Bills fans in there. It's only a preseason game. They ready. They ready for some football. They there. Josh not playing though, and I don't know why. I think that's not a good idea. I think just playing for like 10 plays. He don't have to play the whole game. 10 plays. That's it. But you're gonna sit him. This is the first time in his career sitting for a whole preseason. I don't really think that's a good idea. But y'all do what y'all want to do. I do what y'all want to do. I'm looking at the comments here. How y'all doing there? What's up, Jay? What's going on? Richard, how you doing? I hope you ain't driving the metro bus while you at, you at home. Okay, cool. All right. It's a Ravens fan and a Chiefs fan, trolling me right now. The Ravens fan, I don't know why, but the Chiefs fan got a real reason. But they good people though, so I let it rock. But we saw, speaking of Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes played last night. Burrow played in the preseason. I don't think Lamar played, but I think it's important just to get a few snaps. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, we got some new dudes on the wide receiver core. Get some snaps in with them. And 10 plays, maybe 15, 20, the whole preseason. And then put them in bubble wrap and then bring us to week 1 and so we could smack around Baltimore. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do. Jay said Baltimore's going 10-7. Well, we going 10-7? We going 10-7. Okay. Okay. Y'all said that last year too. I remember that. I remember Josh was overrated and all of that. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. That was all y'all. Y'all said it, and then that's what happened. We going to we going 10-7. Well, we're gonna have to crack a beer on that one because I don't believe. I don't believe you. I should do. I think I'm gonna do because next week, we all don't got a game. We all don't have a game next week. I'm still gonna do a show. I think I'm gonna pick everybody's record or whatever. Pick everybody's record. Do a little preview of Baltimore Buffalo. They looking for revenge. They're a little upset. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. We upset about Kansas City. We can't beat them, just like y'all can't beat us. That was for you. Uh, yeah, next week. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next week because ain't no game. Y'all need something to watch. I don't want y'all to get too bored. We got too much time in your hands. Y'all no good. So let me get to. I just want to get to a conversation that I was having with somebody. It's a conversation of the day. Again, it's brought to you by Miller Lite, not Miller Lite, but Miller High Life, powered by StreamYard. $1 at the store. Why not? Somebody asked me something. As good as Sean McDermott has been as head coach, came in, changed the culture around. We no longer are a doormat. All that is fine and dandy, right? He proposed a scenario to me. This is my man Marcus Alphabets. If he watching, what's up? Knowledgeable dude. Cowboys fan, not his fault, but he know a lot. Sean McDermott gets to the playoffs again. Whether it's division round, AFC championship game, whatever. And he loses to the Chiefs again. Should he keep his job? I said no. I mean, listen. The problem with that is who are you going to bring in to replace him at such short notice? Who do you see around the league that you think will come in and just keep everything going like that? With no adjustment period, no anything. There's not a lot of good coaches running around here. So yeah, we want to let them go, but at the same time, it's like if you let them go, where do you go after that? That's the problem. And on top of that, he like a son of Terry Pagula. It's Pagula, right? It's Pagula or Pagula? Okay, it's Pagula. He like a son of Pagula, so he ain't going nowhere. That's just me. That's how I think. That's it. He's 0-4 against the Chiefs in the playoffs. You've never seen a head coach win as much as he does and never get to a Super Bowl. That's not exactly a list that you want to be the only one on. So if that does happen, don't you kind of gotta let him go? Don't you kind of have to? Because in a life, I'm going to the locker room, the same head coach. We keep. I don't. Yo, listen. And it's the different ways that we lose that causes players to be like, you know what? I'm not staying and doing this another fucking year. I'm leaving. What if your star quarterback want to start leaving? Well, if he start like, listen, I'm doing all I can, and you over here pussyfooting around, I might just leave. What if that happens? You gotta think, man. It's people that you gotta keep happy in this sport, and one of them is the quarterback. Now, if the quarterback is holding his end of the bargain up somewhat, well, I mean, not somewhat, no, for the most part. I mean, he ain't, totally not at fault, but he hold his own. And we look at the coach like this is some of the decisions he make and some of the things he do, like, yo, kind of holding the dude back. So the question becomes, how long do you want to hold Josh Allen back like that? What y'all saying? Jay, y'all always upset about Kansas City and we kick y'all ass in the regular season. It's the playoffs, we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time. Well, guess what? Stop doing it. That has the Jay. It's not our issue, man. But you know what that means though? Y'all got to reverse the Kansas City problem, and it's with us. You beat us in the regular season, but then in the playoffs, y'all do everything that's uncharacteristic and cause y'all to lose. Yeah, y'all got to figure out where y'all had that disconnect at. But it ain't just us. Y'all do that against everybody. Against everybody. You said Dable if he get fired. We had no. The funny part about Brian Dable, we had the opportunity to do that. They wouldn't know. They let Dable go. Me personally, if that happens, I'll tear ACL how fast I'll be running up there to go hand him his pink slip. Tear it right off the bone. I'm like Gone. You are gone, sir. And you kind of have to. You kind of have to. You. How do you expect to keep going in that locker room with this coach? Same leader, same message. Trust the process. Championship caliber. And then when you get to the moments where you could be that, you always fail. And against that team, that's I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me if I'm bugging or not. We at the 15-minute mark. We are it's about what 7:20, about like 10 minutes away, almost from the start of the game. The injury report is nobody is hurt, thank God, and I pray to God that nobody gets hurt tonight. Because we don't want no injuries. The scouting report, I have none. I just need to see. All I need to see is the depth behind the starters. I need to see them play. He just decent, just play average. I just because last week y'all was just now it was some bright spots last week, like Deion Walker. Deion Walker pushing the pocket or whatever, things that don't show up on the stat sheet. He was getting accomplished last game. That was about it. Wasn't really too many. Wasn't really too many bright spots. Carol, how you doing? Edward. Edward is a Las Vegas Raiders fan. He had his team ripped away a couple times. They just took the A's from him also. And, so he's going to be a Las Vegas fan full time. What up, Ed? OG? Going on, Carl? How you doing? Jay. Rock is on the thing, too. What's going on? You watching, too? I appreciate y'all boys, man. Swayze, tell Swayze to turn this on. Because his Ravens flock brethren done said we're going to go 10-7. I mean, listen. Would you think Jay? You think we ain't winning the division? That's what you're trying to say? Because if you saying that now, we might have to have a conversation in the inbox about a little wager. I don't know, man. No, but what y'all think though? If that was to happen though, if we made the playoffs again, my lips are dry, so don't comment on them. If we made the playoffs again and we lost to the Chiefs again, would you fire Sean McDermott? I don't want to hear you. Nah, keep him for 2 years. Just yes or no. No, matter of fact, give an explanation. Because especially if you say no, I need an explanation if you say no. Because you just can't. Is that Terry Ballard? Yes, that is. Bad boy Ballard is on the thing. What's up, bad boy Ballard? What's going on, buddy? You like the aesthetic look? You see the logo? That shit fire, ain't it? My mother is watching. I will be at your house to watch. I don't know if this is the first game or it's gonna be the second game because that's where I watch all the games. That's gonna be the exclusive home of all the pregame shows. I'm gonna be live in the studio somewhere in an upscale neighborhood in Buffalo, New York. Where exactly? None of your business. But just be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be live with my mom one of them games, and I'm gonna have her tell you a story on how I became a Bills fan. When I was watching the Bills one day, Thurman was running the ball. I had to be about what 3. So I'm running with the ball in the house, and I did like a little slide, and I hit the side of my eye on the coffee leg table, right here, on the coffee table, right on the leg, right here. I got a little scar right there. I still got it today, to this day. To this day, 38 years old, and that scar for 35 years. And the more you know, like NBC. Dun, dun, dun. No, but that was my conversation. This is our conversation of the day. And do you like my I'm an 8-time Super Bowl champion. You know that. I came with that like 5 minutes. That was me. That was all me. I came with that one. No, but that is facts though. If you want to check the hard drive, you can. I went to 8. I went to 4 straight Super Bowls. Won all 4. Then it was like 1-1 loss, 1-1 loss. You know, the computer started getting wise on me. No, but so we getting ready for. I don't know who's gonna. I think Trubisky starting tonight. Should be Trubisky. I don't know if him because I think he won the competition over Mike White. Mike White just don't look. Mike White just don't look like he's a backup material to me. So he'll probably get put in the practice squad. Another thing I want to ask y'all: who y'all think gonna get cut? Because a lot of cuts been made today. A few teams have cut multiple players. I know the Broncos cut like 12 players. I know Houston cut like 10. Now the numbers I might be misquoting, but they did cut a lot of people. Who do you think making the roster? Who do you think getting cut? Who do you think? Y'all can inbox me all this shit, and I'm gonna read it during the week. And then, what's up, cuz my man, my cousin Ray, my cousin Raymond. What's going on, Raymond? Um, cause it's a whole week between shows, so if there's anything you want to ask me or you want me to say on the show, let me know. I got enough time to fit it in. I mean, a week between shows. If I tell you I ain't got no time lying, and I'll never lie. Um, I do drink beer though. So let's get to another segment here of the show that I will not show you because I didn't make a banner for it. It's called Guess That Bills Player. No, I'm just playing. No, seriously. Seriously, I got one for you though. If you can guess it, you get $100. No, I'm joking. No, but we got Funk Fest going on down here. Um, down there at Jefferson and East Utica. If you don't want to stay in the house, you want something to do, you probably already down there watching me. If you are, I appreciate it. Funk Fest, I think Earth, Wind, and Fire supposed to be down there. It was not Earth, Wind, and Fire. Who is it? Parliament? Oh yeah, that's Funk. Okay, yeah. So Parliament supposed to be down there. All right. Parliament, go and get you some popcorn and sit down there in a lawn chair. It's free. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't have to do nothing at all. 726. Now the game is going to be on if you have an antenna 4.1. If you have cable, it's just channel 4. If you streaming it, go on Paramount Plus, the CBS version of Paramount Plus. This is the parent company. You got everything. You guys, y'all got Paramount Plus, right? You got CBS and Nickelodeon and all that. I'll be watching all that on there. You remember all that with Keys and Kel? Classic. And then you get the live sports and everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, it's wonderful. But yeah. So hopefully tonight, if we could just score a field goal, I'll be fine. I just don't want to get shut out. And I don't want to lose by more than 30 points either. Because I have people on Facebook pretending like they won the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, the Bills ain't gonna be shit this year. I'm like, I'm not worried about it. Same thing as last week. It's gonna be the same thing this week. I'm just waiting for week 1. I want to see what this roster is going to look like going into that game against the Baltimore Ravens. Excuse me. That is the most important thing for me because defensively, I'm looking at the D line, I'm looking at the secondary, and I don't really have a lot of faith in them, especially the safeties. We can oh, that's my wife giving me a kiss. I appreciate it. And you in the same house though. So if you just wanted to, but that's neither here or there. I appreciate it anyway, sweetheart. Thank you. I love you. She the one that bought me this microphone actually. So it's her fault that I'm doing this too. You know. She said, you like talking to me about football. Why don't you talk to them? I said, fine. I'll fine. You know, whatever. I'll do it then. And then that's when I had made this logo. So predictions, I think because Tampa Bay, they a decent team. I think their backups are better than ours. I'd say 26-17 Tampa Bay. Now let me explain something. Before the season starts, I'll always pick against the Bills because it don't matter. They don't really play that hard. It don't really matter. We just want to see who can, latch onto the roster, who we got to cut, who we got to put on the practice squad, maybe protect somehow so he doesn't get signed by somebody else. We looking for sleepers. We looking for diamonds in the rough. How Christian Benford was when we first drafted him from the 5th round. Now he's a pretty good cornerback. I wouldn't say one of the best yet, but he definitely is top 10 for sure. Like Matt Milano. Matt Milano was a 5th round pick. We didn't expect really much from him, and he became all pro linebacker. Same thing with Terrell Bernard. Terrell Bernard was I believe Bernard was like I had to say, I think he was like 4th round. But again, I remember when he was named starting linebacker, he didn't play the entire preseason. And everybody was questioning the move, like, what is McDermott doing? That's the thing, and that ties back into my question I asked y'all earlier. We can say is easy to say, and I'm really talking to myself, which I'm doing it in front of y'all, so don't judge me. It's easy to say, fire Sean McDermott if he loses in the playoffs again, because this is Super Bowl or bust. I don't care how you slice it. It's Super Bowl or bust. We favored to win all 17 games, and we're not going to. So I don't even expect that. But it is Super Bowl or bust, and then if that happens again, you gotta wonder, like, what is the psyche of everybody? The front office, himself. Well, he might resign. Knowing him, he might resign. As competitive as he is, he might just say, "Fuck it, I give up." He might just say, "I give up." For real, for real. And if he does, then Joe Brady, you are the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Now let's do it. Because I feel like if Joe Brady, like we need an offensive mind. I feel like because we tried this defensive philosophy already. We did it with Rex Ryan, didn't go nowhere. We doing it with Sean McDermott. We going to the playoffs, but we losing when it matter. Maybe we need to change our philosophy back to offensive to when we had Chan Gailey, you know. But the only thing with that was we had Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I love you, Fitz. Love you. But you're a journeyman for a reason. That's what you was. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You almost got the Jets to the playoffs. You lost to us in the last game. You threw 3 interceptions. It is what it is. Like the Tupac song. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. You know that song. It's just the way it is. All right, so like we are a few minutes away from kickoff. If you have not done so already, share this, like it. If you like what I'm doing, you like the movement that I'm trying to start, support it. And I appreciate your support. Keep watching because I'm gonna be here every week, like I said, during this regular season, especially week 1, because that is going to be a beauty. Okay, I have a feeling that is going to be an instant classic. Like this, share it. You don't gotta subscribe or nothing because it's on my personal page. I got a YouTube you can subscribe to, Nickel City Doom. I'll put that in the thing one day so you can go follow it. Don't worry about it right now. because it's they got a lot of stuff on me playing the game, all that stuff on there. Me and my son did one, did a video. Y'all will like that because we did a mock draft and he picked TJ Sanders and we ended up picking TJ Sanders for real in real life. That was crazy. I liked that one. Yeah, so that's what we doing now. This is my little media conglomerate here on my laptop. You have just watched another episode of Born and Raised, the pregame show for the Buffalo Bills. I will be here again next week to wrap up the preseason and get everybody ready for Lamar Jackson and the Pips, aka Derrick Henry and them. Sunday Night Football, Highmark Stadium. Tables will be broken. Liquor bottles will be empty. There will be Zyle rolled up. If you have not done so, do that now. Make your little final beer run. I'm about to go watch the game. I know you about to go do the same. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Until next week. Born and raised. I don't have an outro, so that's all I had. So I'll see y'all later.